And you're going to record mode, sir?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Phoenix Business Exchange, Bell's Corners edition on this fine June 26th. And we're going to have some words of wisdom for the motivational minute. And over to you, Wayne.
Excellent. Good morning. I won a book on the last Mingle called The Secret. And The Secret was by Rhonda Burns and Bob Proctor, Jack Canfield. They all talked about The Secret. And The Secret is basically that you put out energy. And so that the energy comes back as you've been putting out. And the interesting thing about the law of attraction, which, by the way, always works, whether you're working it or not, is that action is built right into the law of attraction. So without action, there is no attraction. So one of the things that can take you to the next level is when you worry about or you notice things you say. A lot of people from a very early age taught themselves, I can't. And if you hear your whole body shrinks when you hear that language. And so even something as simple as going to a party, somebody asks you, can you come? And you go, I can't. Well, the general rule is it's not true. You may not want to, and there may be reasons not to, but as a general rule, can't isn't the right approach. So by eliminating can't, you're going to strengthen your persona and your belief systems. I hope that puts, I also recommend reading both The Secret and Jack Canfield's Law of Success. I hope that puts 30 seconds in 60 seconds in your motivated minute.
Wayne, thank you so much. So the Facebook Live link is just in the chat. So if you want to hop into that space and put your contact details. And we'll start going around and going, tell us what you do. And Alex, you're first.
Okay, good morning, everybody. I'm Alex from Evolta Electric. We are an electrical contractor based here in Ottawa with a focus on sustainability. So what that means is we work on projects such as electric vehicle charging stations, energy storage solutions, LED lighting, and we do it all in the name of reducing carbon emissions. So any projects of that ilk we're interested in. We also do general electrical work, again in the Ottawa area. So if you need an electrical contracting company for residential, commercial, industrial applications, please give us a call. I'll put the details in the chat. Thank you.
Alex, thank you so much. Eric, over to you, sir.
Good morning. Eric Sonego of Eric Sonego Professional Group. We are accountants and management consultants. We specialize in small to medium-sized companies and people who want to improve how their business works. I will post everything else on the chat line, but the best way to contact me is to usually send me an email or give us a call at 613-254-7310, which is the oldest form of communication, but still the fastest.
Thank you. You're setting up a carrier pigeon.
Sometimes.
Greg,
to
over to you,
CRA,
sir.
we send it by carrier pigeon.
Yeah, even better. Greg, over to you, sir.
Good morning. My name's Greg Hollander, and I'm with Keller Williams Integrity, and I'm a realtor in the Ottawa area and surrounding areas. And my specialty is working with seniors and empty nesters and downsizing from their one larger home to a smaller home or to a smaller living space. Anyway, it's an interesting line of work considering every single client I work with is always a different situation. Even if on paper, they are the same as someone I've seen weeks or months or years before, there's always something different. So it's always good to be prepared to be pivoting on the spot sometimes and just be flexible. And, you know, communication is a huge part of that. And one of the biggest things I like to believe I bring to the table when I'm working with clients is communications. So if you want to communicate or if you want to speak to me about downsizing, give me a ring and I'd love to chat. Thanks.
Greg, thank you so much. Dwight, over to you, sir.
Very good day to everyone. Dwight and Nicole here from TasteSweetLife.com, and we do three very good things. We teach people how to eat, move, and think differently. By doing that, we're able to help people to just energize their body in a very, very good way. Help them to basically learn different techniques to continue to keep their health in good check, and basically, as I said, energize you down the line. We also do catering for families. We tend to work out with more large group medium to small groups for catering. We specialize in terms of whatever the client may need to get things going on a consistent basis. So it's Dwight and Nicole from TasteSweetLife.com, in which we teach people how to do, how to eat, move, and think differently, and just make sure that you're around for your grandchildren down the line, having good health on a consistent basis. Thanks.
Dwight, thank you so much. Josh, are you available, sir?
Yeah, I just got to turn off the treadmill for a sec so you don't hear the screeching of my belt. Morning, folks. I'm Josh Lamb, Sterling Grace Tech. We're your one-stop shop for all of your IT needs. We service a number of companies, small, medium, and very large in Eastern Ontario. And, well, we can go across Canada because we work remotely. Last week, kinds of projects we dealt with included installing a mobile phone amplifier to go from having only HDD inside the building to having full 5 bars of service on 4G LTE. And we also implemented and launched a e-signature feature for a quoting software so that our customer could now accept e-signatures from their clients and not have to deal with the whole email it, scan it, print it first, sign it, scan it, send it back. We deal with managed services. We help you out with your servers, with your workstations, with your Excel problems, with your email problems, and we deal with custom software and building websites. So if you need an expert who knows how to make your tech stop costing you so much money and start making you some money, give me a call. I'm Josh, Sterling Grace Tech. Have a great day.
Josh, thank you so much. Shane, are you available, sir?
Hey guys, Shane Bills, Pro Action Health and Performance. Exciting news for those of you who have been looking and searching for massage therapists. I will have one coming in on the 4th of August, which is a Friday, and she'll be with us on Tuesdays and Fridays from the morning till the afternoon to the early evening. Anyways, start booking your appointments now because they will start filling up as well. So you can call our office and I can book you in for an hour session with our new massage therapist. She's lovely. She's coming from Toronto. So we're really excited about having her completing more of our multidisciplinary team that we want to get back to as well. Also, I do have a friend who wants to do Concussion Week in September. They're looking for contact with or other senators that might have contact to get a hold of them, Mark Mathot, those types of things. So in the future, if anyone has contacts, maybe I can try to get a hold of them. She's really inclined to having them kind of talk about their experiences with that as well. So if you have those connections, please let me know. I would love to help her out, get her event week going, and that's for September. So obviously there's some time to do that, but they want to start talking now so that they can have that conversation and see if they can work out the logistics. Anyway, I'm Shane Bales, Pro Action Health and Performance. We see results because you're probably not getting them other places. All right, boys, take care.
Shane, thank you so much. Jacqueline.
Well, let's hope I get everything straight today. Good morning, everyone. And I get to talk about improving financial wellness by unlocking. Perhaps you have some home equity that we'd like to access. Perhaps that's an opportunity, just like 20% of the population is saying, you know what, I need some help. And I'm not going to borrow from the bank. I can borrow from my home. Home equity is an opportunity for you to pay out debts, or maybe take that vacation to Costa Rica. When you're looking for strategies for your mortgage money, do contact your mortgage honey.
Jacqueline, thank you so much. Sam, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. There he is. My mouse is working. Got my got my information on the chat there to contact me. Well, my specialty is dash cameras like this one here with the front-facing and the rear-facing camera. If you don't have something like that in your car, you're risking getting in an accident that you end up the insurance has to pay for, and not necessarily your fault. I can do that, plus things like oil changes and brake jobs. And hey, anybody know what this is? This gauge? Bernie.
It's a stopping gauge. It tells you if you're going to stop good or not.
In a way, yes. It's a brake pad gauge. And if your brake pads are in the green area, you have to thickness like that, you're perfectly fine. Yellow, not so good, but okay. Red, not time to change them over. If I've seen too many brake recommendations for replacements, and they're not necessarily needed. If you get a recommendation and your pads are what, 1/4 inch or more, there's nothing wrong with your brake pads. So don't spend the money. Anyway, Samsters Connected Cards.ca. Today's mobile electronics about the cost of a new vehicle and much more.
Tony, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bernie. Hi, everybody. Tony Jennis from Hire Yourself. I'm the spirit guy of the group. Well, the first of the month coming up, July the 1st, is a special day. Not only is it Canada Day, which we're going to celebrate, but it is also the exact date that a certain star comes out every year. It's called the Aldebaran star. And this resonates very much to wealth, success, fame, any kind of business activity that you're doing, luxury. It's all about money. In 1776, this particular star came out on July the 4th. This is why when the people had signed the Declaration of Independence, they were mostly astrologers, and they realized that the best success had to be July the 4th, 2 hours before sunset in 1776. This year, it is 10 o'clock this Saturday, July the 1st. So if you're starting a business, writing a partnership, you can even be in such a way where you have, you're starting something and you have your social media ready and you get everything ready, and at 10 o'clock, that's when you launch it. That will be the most successful energy regarding wealth and just attracting that. It also includes partnerships, anything to do with wealth, okay, would be this Saturday at 10 o'clock. All right, so take a look at that, and if you can work that into whatever that you're doing, that would be great. So Tony Jennis from Hire Yourself, where we are here to raise your spirits.
Tony, thank you so much. My name is Bernie Fransgert. What do? I connect businesses. That's part of Creative Insight. Also involved in a podcast called Knack for Business. My co-host is Wayne Pratt, and we've exceeded our 100 podcast recording milestone, and we're just wrapping up the season for this week. It's been a good journey. Also involved as a co-host on Property Wizard podcast. And while we're talking about stuff that's going on, let's talk about the golf tournament coming up this September 14th. You can either, you want to play golf, you want to sponsor. Sponsorship starts at $100. I'm going to stop there because I can keep going to do the pitch. And now for our main speaker, Mr. Wayne Pratt. Over to you, sir.
Excellent. That is nice to hear. In a Leads Club, one of the things about the speaker is they often look what I do, you should hire me. Today I'm going to do something a little different. Today is what you do and why you should hire you. We're going to do a mini mission generator It's only going to take 15 minutes. I'll keep it as brief as possible. Grab a piece of paper. I know you didn't give you a warning, but have a piece of paper and a pen. I'll give you a moment. Okay. Looks like everyone's got one. I want you to write 10 words at random. Woohoo! Sam, you're the man. Write 10 words that jump into your mind, often nouns, words like peace or love or joy, but any 10 words. Take 2 minutes. Let the words flow naturally. You don't have to think about them much. Does everyone have at least 5 or 6? Okay. Now comes another list I want you to build. I want you to list 10 words of things that are your gifts or things that you think you're good at, or if you're very humble, others have said you're good at. Come up with 10 words of things that are sort of your gifting, if you can. The next list, I want you to write roles you have. You're a brother, you're a parent, you're an employee, you're an employer, you're a church leader, whatever it is. Come up with words of your roles. Now, on your first list, circle 2 words that jump out at you. They don't have to be the ones in order, but circle 2 words that jump out at you. Second list, 2 words that jump out at you. Next list, 3 words that jump out at you. Now, write this sentence. I would like to live in a world of, and fill in the first word that you wrote, and the second word you wrote. So in my case, it's I want to live in passion and joy. So write that sentence so far. The next part of the sentence is using my God-given talents of, 2 words. And the third sentence is being a caring, and fill in the 3 words. And hopefully this will give you some insight. It might only make you aware of what you already knew, but has anyone got the courage to read me their sentence? Wow, no one.
I'll start.
Okay, please, Tony.
I would like to live in a world, live in a world of family and amazement, using my God-given talents of gratitude and gifts, being a caring grandpa and friend.
That's fantastic. You could have even got a third one in there, Tony.
I did actually with that.
If this spoke to you, send me an email. If you thought this was just clutter, send me an email. And if it neither spoke to you nor didn't speak to you, just ignore it. But at least I didn't bore you. Does anyone have any questions?
So does the word mapping that you build on, does that change over time? Is that a specific thing, or is that something that holds true over a period
Well,
of time?
the grammar changes. A lot of people are very unhappy with the grammar, but as a general rule, by the time you're 25, you've reached the general things. Obviously, things in your life, like you're not going to put parent in your life if you have no kids. But yes, it tends to stay pretty similar. Craig, you had a question.
It was very similar to that, to what Bernie was asking, whether you do it every 3 years, every 5 years, just to see if your life has changed, your mind has changed, or yourself has changed. Also, just curious, in what ways could this be applied in terms of work, life, family, etc.?
I think doing it every year or two is a brilliant idea, and how it can change, how it does it is see how close to on track you are. Mm-hmm. If you're way off track, then decide what you're going to do about it and to try to get back in alignment. If you're close to on track, then just how do you finesse it? It's just about living the life as best you can. And the key is to live as much even with confusion, to live as much of your life as possible within what your realm is to be, do, and have.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I mean, one of the words that came up for me was a driver for my kids and for my job. And I'm doing that, so I'm living my life true.
Yeah. Actually, and driver has more than one meaning, so a person could do a whole
absolutely.
thing on that.
Yeah, it's a great word.
What the other thing is, no one should take this test, realize they're not as happy as they could be, and then quit their job. That's not the goal here. But it's just to try to work in alignment. And normally you have a dear friend or a mentor or somebody says, I just did this weird test with a guy online. Does this make any sense to you? And they'll often say, yeah, you're there. And some people, now, one thing that's interesting, I find, people have a lot of trouble with the second list. because they're told they want to be humble. So they don't want to say what they don't want to sound like they're bragging. But the bottom line is you are naturally good at some things.
Yeah, I see it as a tool for being mindful too.
Very, very much so. Very much.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Actually, I had a hard time getting into one word. It was
Yes.
more like happy to know you, but I says, how do I put that into one word? So can you
I'd
have more
start
than?
with the word happy.
Oh, well, people. Yeah, okay.
The other thing, by the way, this is not a definitive exercise. This is just a tool to get the starting point. So don't panic about the grammar. You may also find signing it and dating it and putting it away, back to what Greg said, very, very helpful. And if you are want to take it somewhere you haven't gone, give me a call. And to quote Eric or to paraphrase Eric, phone me. Thank you. That's it.
Wayne, thank you so much. Folks, here's the link for the LinkedIn Live post, so you can put some of your contact details in that space. And
Oh, good.
just also to, it's not bad considering this is our first kick at the cat of doing a multi-streaming into different platforms. And also we're on YouTube, so the YouTube subscription is also in the chat. I'm just going to go over some information about Phoenix itself. So right now we are looking for people that are either home and auto alarm company, travel agent, event planner, house cleaner, gift basket company, photographer, computer retailer, a legal firm, either family law and or business law, sign maker, swag and promotional retailer, men's and women's clothing retailer, plumber, and a mobile hairdresser. So just a quick point, if any of these people pop up, or you know somebody that's in business that wants to connect and be part of a community, have them reach out to Penny Lee, Tony, or myself. More than glad to help. I'm just going to switch over to our calendar, so share our events that are coming up. Here as I flip through some screens, and you should be seeing some stuff here. Well, here we are at Bell's Corners. And we know Mr. Dave is a busy soul, and so if you book time ahead of time, midday, you could have a bite to eat with Dave. He's got a great selection of different types of meat: beef, pork, fish, chicken. And we have Penny Lee that can keep you busy at 7 to 8 p.m. So if you ate too much at Dave's, so you can stretch it out. Tuesday is kind of an empty day. Actually, it's a free day. It's not empty. It's a full day. East End Group, same time, same channel on the Zoom link. And Moving to Heal, that's with Penny Lee midday. And then she's busy at it again in the evening. South End Group on Thursday, same time, same channel. And they're meeting Thursday. Moving to Heal, midday. End of the day with Penny Lee. Pure Trim, Susan McGarry, that's pretty bad. Must be the morning, Monday morning air gap here. 7 to 8, 8:30, and it is on Carling Avenue. And she's giving a session, free to show up. Friday, tuning in with Tony. So what's happening here is if you need a meditation moment, kind of a place to chill, 1:30 to 2:30. We have a full moon that's happening next week. Bell's Corners Group is meeting on Monday. Again, if you're booking for time with Dave, do it by Wednesday or Thursday. Penny Lee's busy at 7 to 8 p.m. We have the After Hours group that's meeting next Tuesday between 7 and 8, free to all members to attend. East End Group again, mix and mingle. So I'm just going to click that and open that up a bit more. It's on Carling Avenue, and this is where we're holding our mix and mingle, 11:30 to 1:30 in the afternoon. It's going to be held at the Rivera Westwood place on Carling Avenue. I believe it's on the south side of the road. Just get out of this guy here, back up, hopefully go back to the calendar. There we go. And so Moving to Heal, noon to 1 with Penny Lee, Classic Nia, 7 to 8, South End Group, and on goes the story. So cover most of that from 4. Go, stop share. And what else is on the go? Let's see.
Just a quick note. I was going to send you this, but I'll just mention it. Referrals were 245 and the BAMs were 251. Man, they're close, eh? It always amazes me. And our total business so far that we've shared among the group is 142,118 and counting.
So just as a sidebar to explain what a BAM is, that's a business activity meeting between members. Why is that important? The more you get to understand your fellow colleagues in this networking group, the better chance you can refer the right person to the right client to the right person. It makes it more successful, and that is part of the nature of being in a network group. What else to share with you? Let's see. We've covered I guess the part to share next is what successes we've had this week. And you know what? I'm going to start off with Jacqueline. Or maybe not. I think she's frozen. Okay, we'll come back to Jacqueline, and we'll go to Eric.
Well, first of all, I woke up, maybe an hour and a half ago, so I haven't had any successes this week yet. I fed the dog and I put him out, and I logged into Phoenix, but I'm looking forward to success this week. I want to set us up in a cloud version of our practice software, and that's a pretty difficult process. We've been doing it for 2 months. I want to have it finished by this week. I want to have a psychotherapist incorporated this week. That's been going on for a month, and I wanted to cut it off this week. So those are the 2 goals I have this week. I want to go to soccer practice and make it this time around, and I want to sow peace among my teammates, because we've had several fights at the practice level.
Oh.
So I want to sow peace among my teammates, and me as one of the older players, have to have talks with them. That's what I want to do this week.
Okay.
Eric, thank you so much. I was going to say Jacqueline, but then all of a sudden she disappeared. Poor soul. She's having a rough time. Dwight, over to you, sir.
This past week, it's a pretty busy week once more. Busy at the kitchen, making some fine vegan meals over at Pure Kitchen on Richmond Hill when I'm not catering. And actually, for July 8th, Nicole and I will be doing a catering over in Lansdowne. Actually, we'll be doing a flea store, which is we'll be partaking in a group that basically offers our vegan food to the group. So that's at Lansdowne Park, July 8th, 10 till 4. So if anyone in the group is around, they can pop in and sample some of our good cuisine. This past week, we had a BAM with Suzanne Ebbs, and I think we're going to be meeting again later on this week for a follow-up. And also Sam, and I guess tomorrow we have another scheduled meeting with Penny Lee in her graduate program. So it's gonna be a busy week, and that's it.
Well, thank you so much. Greg, over to you, sir.
Yeah, I had another BAM with Terry Black. Again, thank you, Wayne, for instigating that. In fact, she has introduced me to Prince of Wales Rivera, who she's working with now, and this is one of the residences that's in the family of Rivera, and hopefully I'll be meeting some more people in the family. So I'm looking forward to that possibility. And I have a BAM with Wayne today. Hopefully we'll be able to nail down a time. And also I have a BAM this afternoon with Adam Gordon, who Wayne again, what a star, right? Has introduced me to. This is the owner of a seniors downsizing company in Kingston, and they actually do a lot of business in all of Eastern Ontario. So I'm very excited about this conversation. So thank you, Wayne. I appreciate it.
Greg, thank you so much. Jacqueline. Unmute.
There we go. Thank you, Wayne. I absolutely appreciated those 3 sections to consider, and I'm going to call you and have a BAM with you. And Dave is never very far. So it's about the steak and the shrimp. He's never very far. And I'm looking forward to.
And I think she lost her signal. 3, 2.
I got mentioned with steak and shrimp. I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got to get Rogers or Telus in the group, get some Wi-Fi going.
Swing over to Shane next.
Hey guys, great little exercise there, Wayne. I wish I could have actually had it write it down. Hi, say hi with Zach. Say hi. He's another one of our future patients, hopefully not too soon, but we'll go for that. And that's my Max. So anyways, we're doing well here. Thanks again, because you got to remember about gratitude and all those things that help you out, and those things that, get in alignment. I love that, the word alignment, and kind of getting back to your roots, because sometimes we forget about it as we get businesses and stuff like that, trying to get through that. So anyways, thanks again, guys, for all of that. I've been busy interviewing physiotherapists lately, so I haven't had a lot of time to do BAMs. So doing that, but you guys can remember, if you have any contact with the senators and stuff like that, I'd love to have them and have that conversation. So take care, guys. Bernie, I love that shirt. Is that Hawaiian or stand up
It's
for
summer.
it, Bernie?
It's summer, man. It's summer. There we go.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I wish I was as summery
It's
as
awesome.
you. That's beautiful, Bernie. Way to go. Okay, guys. Thanks again.
No contrast with my background at all. Josh, over to you.
Hey, folks. Wayne, that was great. Thanks for your presentation. It's kind of short and sweet. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make a living with a couple of things that I chose in mind. I had pianist and father, so I don't think anybody's paying me to come and play any shows. But yeah, it's a good exercise. Thanks. Yeah, it's been a really, really busy week. We've had one of our team members has been out on vacation and had a lot of new client work last week. So really, just kind of nonstop, go. So I'm kind of excited to be finishing out June, and there was a lot of project work in June, and so taking a little bit of a breather, and looking forward to having some BAMs with some of you in the coming weeks. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks.
Thanks, Josh. And Sam, over to you.
Thank you, Bernie. First of all, Wayne, thanks for your presentation. You kind of reminded me something. On the weekend, we headed off to Kitchener, and I got to see my niece, one of my sister's daughters. And lo and behold, she has a daughter herself, so I'm a great uncle. So I just put that down that I'm not just an uncle, I'm a great uncle. So thank you for reminding me. Last week, let's see things that went on. Well, Alex dropped by and handed me some brochures for him, and I can do some advertising for him with some of my clients that have EVs, and some of my neighbors that have EVs as well. And I had a BAM with Dwight last week, and we talked about dash cameras, and I gave him a fair bit of information when it came to dash cameras and what they do and what they need, and what I do to hook them up in their cars. So that's it for me, and hope I'm going to have a great week.
Sam, thank you so much. Alex, over to you, sir.
Hi guys. Wayne, I enjoyed your exercise. It was really enlightening. Just an interesting way to look at that. So thank you for that. Like Sam said, I went to go and see him last week to share some information. So we're going to work together, helping one another in the similar sort of routes to market. I have a BAM scheduled with Dave tomorrow. I'm going to meet him for a burger at lunchtime, which is good. And this week and last week, I've had meetings with industry partners and other intros that Bernie kindly set up for me. So that's great. So yeah, really seeing the value of the Phoenix Business Exchange. It's really good. So that's it from me, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. And Tony, over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Bernie. Yeah, great presentation, Wayne. Thank you for that reminder. It's a good way to look at what you do, and it's not just always what you do, it's why you do it, you know, and what the purpose is and everything. So that's thank you for that. Just a quick reminder that those that have a motorcycles, there is a BACA. It's a Bikers Against Child Abuse on July the 15th, if you're interested in there. So I'm going to be going to that one. So if you're interested, you can let me know and I could give you some details. Bernie and I had a BAM there last week, and Penny Lee, we did the same. And Dwight, your catering business, what's the name of it? It would be called Wait Gone Bye Bye. I guess you have another name for your catering. You're on mute, just so you know. I was just going to update your file. We can chat after, so it's all good.
Taste
Gone Bye Bye?
Taste Sweet Life.
Okay, you might have to write it down. I didn't get that, but okay. And just a quick,
yeah, it should be.
Okay, didn't.
I'll put it in the chat.
We can chat after. We can chat after. I didn't get that. Yeah, just a quick question for Josh. On the email, when you right click, you could block things. You can block off people, but they still keep coming in. So when you right click on emails, somebody's a junk email, and it says sender is blocked, but they're still coming in. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. We can chat after about maybe how I can stop some of the emails coming and they're all just junk. So, okay, other than that, thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Wayne, how was your week last week?
It was very, very encouraging. The big thing for me is the 100th podcast, which I thought was a lot of fun. I also really enjoyed doing today's. People have been writing in back to me in chat that it was helpful. It's only a starter exercise. But I had a mini BAM with Jacqueline. I assume we'll have another. I'm meeting with Greg. I'm glad to give him some people I think will change his life. And I'm looking forward to a really powerful week.
Thank you. Enjoyed the conversation, enjoyed your presentation. It reminded me of many of our podcasts. A lot of times the words of wisdom come after us. Both Wayne and I will kind of chew it a little bit back and forth, going over topics and where things are going. So it's been, he's a good person to have as a coach in your corner. So if you need that motivational nudge without it feeling like, you know, a nagging soul, I won't say spouse because, you know, that would put us at odds with other folks. And that's not the way to go. Let's see. BAM with Tony, as Tony said. I attended Tony's session on Friday. I sent Josh a contact that might be of value to him. Dave, God bless Dave. I acquired some more steak from Dave. It's hard to say no, especially when he says this is a sale. He says I have $5. He says no, you have 4 now. Sam did my breaks, as he's said, and we followed up on the golf tournament, and that was kind of a handy piece. And one other piece to just pushed in the World Referral Network, which is free to join. That it's now over 1,000 members, and so again, that's an easy place to post content in and share the worth in that space. And what else can I say? Perhaps the quote of the day, just kind of wrap us up. I didn't miss anybody, by the way. I'm just checking because we were really cruising well on time here. And I see no hands going up. So the quote for the day: life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. Vivian Green.